It's Doris with All the Books, and I'm here to talk about all the readathons. So yes, it was like I think last week that I saw Natalie from Curious Reader and Juliana from A Cup of Books spring up with the Springathon, and I thought that is exactly what I want to do right now. The weather was glorious, and it's a readathon all about reading about nature. Yeah, like all of mostly nonfiction, although you can read fiction as well. And the prompts are water, plants, birds, animals. I mean, that's so me. So I was really excited about it and definitely marked it on my calendar in my bullet journal right away. And then a couple days ago, I saw Read with Cindy announce the Asian Readathon. So both of these are in May. I think the Asian Readathon is most of May and the Springathon is the first 2 weeks. I will link all of these announcements down below for you so that you can learn more about them. But the Springathon, Springathon is great, but the Asian Readathon, that fit right into my reading plans anyway, because, I've started the shelf visits where I look at a different shelf on my TBR bookcases each month and try to find which books have been lingering since 2018. So I can try to, keep my TBR books fresh, no 3-year lag there. So I had already earmarked my Asian shelf. I've got a whole Asian shelf that I'll show you to work on during May. So, serendipitous, right? So yeah, I had those two on tab for May and I was super excited about them. And I knew that the reading rush was coming up any day now, tomorrow. But I hadn't planned on doing that. I don't know, I was zipping along and it didn't really seem like something I was in the mood to do until I was. I just woke up this morning, or maybe it was yesterday when I started seeing all the TBRs pop up. I thought, you know what, I really do want to do the reading rush. I think because I found out it's only 4 days. I did find that out this morning watching somebody's tag / TBR. There's a reading rush tag as well as prompts. So I thought, yeah, 4 days, that's perfect. Because, I was in a bit of a reading slump in March, and then I, flipped the calendar to April, and all of a sudden I was new woman again. It was fabulous. But about 3 days ago, the weather flipped back to February, and I'm like, seriously, we had like 10 seconds of snow yesterday, and I thought, where am I? Kill me now. It froze last night. My poor little beans, I think they're all dead. I'm gonna have to replant them, but this isn't a gardening channel, is it? Or is it? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Anyway, so yeah, the weather got me in a slump. I've been sitting in the house doing nothing much of anything for 2 days now, going on the 3rd day, except eating. I've been eating. The Easter candy. Okay, I'm rambling. What I'm saying is I am going to do reading rush. I'm not going to tell you my TBR for that. I'm not really going to talk about it because I'm just planning on reading the books I'm already reading. I'm trying to finish those, and I've already talked about them in my last vlog. So yeah, I'm just going to force those into the prompts. But I will link Ariel Bissett, her channel below as well, the announcement for that. So Reading Rush is tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, 16th through the 19th. And I'm going to use the tag. I'm just going to talk about that in my vlog. So I'm going to vlog the Reading Rush experience and incorporate the tag questions into the vlog. So That's Reading Rush. Booyah, this is gonna get me back on track. It comes at the perfect time. So yay. So now let's talk about what books I might read for the Springathon and the Asian Readathon real quickly. And then we'll be done and ready to get started tomorrow morning with Reading Rush. This is gonna be fun. Okay, for Springathon, we're gonna be over here on my nonfiction shelves, and this is my natural history section. So for the water prompt, this is 100% what I will be reading. Gulf, The Making of an American Sea by Jack E. Davis. I grew up on the world's most beautiful beaches, the Gulf Coast of North Florida. Gorgeous. You could totally use this book for all of the Springathon prompts because water, plants, birds, and animals. Technically, I think you're not supposed to combine prompts, but I am a firm believer in breaking the rules, so you do you. Then for animal, I am definitely going to try to read one of these. Dinosaur in the Attic by Douglas J. Preston. This is about the American Museum of Natural History. I really like this author. And then I could read The Dinosaur Artist by Paige Williams. Obsession, Science, and the Global Quest for Fossils. These, like, you know, adventure, crime, natural history books are really popular right now. But anyway, I want to read one of those because there's also Instagram prompts, and one of them is to combine a fiction with a nonfiction. So I think this is a new acquisition. Remarkable Creatures by Tracy Chevalier. This is an amateur, I guess, paleontologist. So I think that would pair nicely with those dinosaur books there. So then for plant, that's a toughie. I don't know if I'll read The Orchid Thief by Susan Orlean, a true story of beauty and obsession. I hear that's fabulous. Or The Plant Messiah by Carlos Magdalena, adventures in search of the world's rarest species. I mean, this one calls to me, it really does. Or, you know, Seeds by Thor Hansen. I've got 2 Thor Hansens and another one that I want to buy, so I need to read him soon. And then The Botany of Desire by Michael Pollan, a plant's eye view of the world. So yeah, so plants, animals, water, birds. What is that? My kid is playing games, as one does during a pandemic. What am I gonna read? Oh, The Feather Thief. Yeah, that's what I'll read for bird. Beauty, Obsession, and the Natural History Heist of the Century by Kirk Wallace Johnson. So there you go. That's my plan for Springathon. I might also read Spillover, Animal Infections and the Next Human Pandemic by David Quammen. Also, as one does during a pandemic. So yeah, that is my Springathon. And then, over here, this is my fiction TBR shelf, and this is my Asian section. And I don't want to go into too much detail here because I'm going to do a shelf review of this section in May. But some, real quickly, that I'm interested in reading for the Asian Readathon would be these 2 on the front. Obviously, these are new-ish. The 10th Muse by Catherine Chung. This one is about a mathematician, and I'm a little bit of a math nerd. And then Prairie Lotus by Linda Sue Park. This is a middle grade, and I feel bad that I didn't get into any middle grade in March, so maybe I will do middle grade May. I could also do Dumpling Days by Grace Lynn for middle grade May. And then a couple others that I thought of are Miracle Creek by Angie Kim. This one, it was on the octafinals for the BookTube prize, and I think it made it to the quarterfinals. I'm not 100% about that, but I do want to read that one. And then Celeste Ng's Little Fires Everywhere is the read-along book for the Asian Readathon. So those are my reading plans for May. So yeah, be sure and check the description box below for all the announcement videos for these 3 readathons. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.